Okay. Dude. There's a lot of things. I don't know where to start. There's Odette kit. We can look at that. There's Cryo Traveler kit, Alyosha kit, Odette weapon, 7.0 weapons. Oh, craftables, battle pass weapons. Okay, that doesn't look like a battle pass weapon. What the? Traveler gets a sig weapon? Okay, who asked? Artifact sets and Stellar Swirl. Oh, that's a lot of things. What do we start with? Weapons? Maybe artifact sets first, actually. When the equipping character triggers Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl, or directly deals damage from either reaction, they gain 12% attack, and nearby party members, and grant nearby party members a 50% damage bonus to Stellar Conduct and Stellar Swirl. That's a lot. What? That's a large number? What the fuck? That's not... What? Wait, that's kind of broken. What the fuck? That's a lot. Holy shit. And then the Stellar Swirl DPS set? 16 Great Ray. Okay, it's literally just the same as the Stellar Conduct one. This set is broken, though. Like, 50% is just such a big number. Like, Serenade is so bad in comparison. It's so god-awful in comparison. Like, you look at, like, Flynn's, right? He's got the 160. He's got, like, 220 from Sucrose. He's got, like, 80 from Substats, right? And, like, 80 from his set, right? And it's, like, 6 times EM divided by 2,000 plus EM plus 1, right? This plus 120. This plus 10%. Right? The Serenade set it gives Flynn's 30% lunar damage bonus, including the 10% team-wide portion of it. This is 50, and it also increases the wielder's attack. What? What? This is already egregious. Holy shit. Well, weapons. Frost now, Oath. What about Frost later, Oath? I don't think an Oath is generally something you do for something you're doing at the moment. It's like, I'll do that later. Like, I swear. Like when I take an oath that I'm gonna do an account inspector soon. Or a Stygian Slaughter Day. Right? Like there's no point to an oath that like addresses the present. But anyways. Defense bow that gives EM for 12 seconds. So like it's kind of supposed to be Linnea, but like 12 seconds is not, as it turns out, the duration of her skill or the cooldown of it. So like what's the point? Are they dumb? Are they stupid? Like who else uses this? No one, right? That's so funny. Like it should be above Slingshot, but it's probably not that far above Slingshot. Catalyst, high base attack substat. After triggering a reaction, gain EM, and Stellar Conduct and Stellar Swirl gain extra stellar damage bonus. This is pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah. That's pretty alright, pretty solid. Right? Like 120 EM, 32 reaction damage bonus. That's alright. That's like about as good as Shovel on polearm characters. It's alright. Polearm! Elemental Mastery. High base attack, EM. After triggering a reaction, restore energy. Dude, they gotta fucking let it go. Okay? That's fine. This event can occur once every 9 seconds when triggering Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl. By the way, like this is not a good sign. This means that the characters they're intending on designing are still gonna be energy reliant. So if you thought that just maybe they start releasing some characters that won't have that are of weapon types other than polearms, no, they won't. No, they're not doing that. Actually, no, your 5 Claymore is staying on the bench, and your 3 5 lenses are now going to get passed around even more characters. Dude, Teresa's best weapon is going to be 5 too. Holy. Okay, this event can occur once every 9 seconds when triggering Stellar Conductor Stellar Swirl, additionally gain attack. So this is 40% attack, 8 energy. That's pretty good. That's an alright stat line. I think it's fine. Probably a little bit worse than Shovel. Oh yeah, I guess it is 16 energy if you trigger it twice. But like, who cares right now about triggering it? Like, who's triggering it twice? I don't know. Anyways, Blade of Redemption Claymore. So high base attack, substat. For triggering a reaction, gain EM. Why is it 64 this time? It's the same passive as this, but it's 64 instead of 60? Huh? Are they dumb? I mean, this is just male flower, right? Kind of. Alright, cool, I guess. Is it better than Tidal Shadow on Sandrone? Yeah, it should be. Not like that much better, though. Oh, I guess you need to trigger the reaction. Dealing the damage doesn't count. Oh. They're probably going to change that, though, I would assume. Source of Kindling. After triggering an element of reaction, gain attack. It's an EM. Sword. And gain... Okay. These are, like, just kind of boring, actually. Not a fan of these weapons. They're kind of just boring. Battle Pass weapons. Battle Pass Catalyst. Low base, high crit rate. Casting a skill grants 20% attack and 100 EM. Is that R1? Probably, right? This effect can trigger once every 12 seconds, but it only lasts for 6 seconds. While this effect is active, hitting an enemy with a charge attack extends its duration by 6 seconds. Ah. Well, that's really good for Risley. Like, really, really good for Risley. For Yai? Yeah, let's do a charge attack on Yai. How about that? Nefer? That should be good for Nefer, yeah. Yeah, both overcap pretty easily, though. Attack is wasted, yeah, but it's still kind of just really big numbers. Okay, the polearm. Energy re- Oh, no, stop. Stop! No! Energy recharge. After triggering an elemental reaction related to Cryo or Hydro, gain attack and restore energy to each nearby party member other than the wielder. That's that. Holy shit. Fav was so good they made Fav 2. That's fucking crazy. Who would want that? I mean, this is like slightly more energy than Fav generally. It's slightly more energy than one Fav proc. And it's not reliant on crit rate. And then if you get a refines on it, it's like Omega Fav. Shit. Should I start buying the battle pass again? God damn it. No, I'm not doing that. Nice try, buddy. Okay, the battle pass Claymore. Low base, high crit rate. That is already a bad sign for Serpent Spine. The effect? Every 10 seconds, gain one of the following buffs in sequence. What the fuck am I looking at? 20% attack, 120 elemental mastery, 32 stellar conduct, stellar swirl damage bonus. What the fuck is that, bro? It's like Witsith, but like not. Oh man. It's very bad for Sandrone. What do you mean it's very bad for Sandrone? How could it be very bad for Sandrone? Is she overcapping too much or what? Does she have crit rate ascension? I forgot. Oh, I guess it is pretty bad, huh? I don't know, just build better. Alright, the sword. Also low base, high crit rate. My god. Are they all low base, high crit rate except the ER one? They are. That's crazy. Okay. We heard you liked overcapping on crit. So we made overcapping on crit the new meta. Alright, sword. After casting an elemental skill, gain the Swift Trail effect for 14 seconds. This effect can trigger once every 14 seconds and is removed when the wielder leaves the field. Swift Trail. Every second, the wielder's movement distance is recorded. Based on the distance travel, gain 20 to 40% attack. So Yeonsun on a sword. Okay. I mean, alright, I guess. 2040. Holy! Alright. Bow. Low base, high crit rate. For every party member from the same region as the wielder, gain 8% attack and 32 elemental mastery. That's kind of garbage, no? Like, fully capped out, it's 24% attack, 96 EM. Which is like Not really more than this? Or this? On R5 it's crazy. Yeah, but like it's not really better than this one. Like you're just like what's the point? Like I'm sure it'll end up being good. It's just there's the requirement for it is so strict considering that it's not really giving you more than the other weapons. Like back when Lithic came out, fully stacked Lithic was broken. You know? If you give that to Fischl, would Nicole count as Mondstadt? That's a good question. Maybe. I would assume that she would. But is the Catalyst good on Colomina? I mean, no. Like, it's not going to be bad on Colomina, but if you're buying the Battle Pass, get Sack Jade, it's going to be better. What are you doing? Alright. Time for the actual highlight here. Cryo Traveler Kit. Elemental skill. Frost Mist Blade. Thrusts the weapon forward, releasing a freezing mist that deals cryo damage to enemies ahead, while conjuring a frigid frost star besides the traveler. Frigid Frost Star. Follows the active character and periodically fires ice crystals at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. Radiance Stellar Conduct. Instead of firing ice crystals periodically, Frigid Frost Star fires an ice crystal. Okay, wait. Instead of firing ice crystals periodically, Frigid Frost Stars fires an ice crystal whenever the traveler's normal attacks, charge attacks, or plunging attacks hit an enemy, performing a coordinated attack. What's the point of calling it a coordinated attack if the only way you can trigger it is by staying on field? That's stupid. Okay, whatever. When an ice crystal hits an enemy, the traveler gains 1 stack of Frost Glow up to 8. Frost Glow, a special effect gained when ice crystals fired by Frigid Frost Star hits an enemy, or when performing a charge attack. Frost Freeze after unlocking the talent layers of a foreign land. Can stack up to 8 times when casting Burst. The traveler consumes all Frost Glow to increase the burst damage. And I do notice this does not say Stellar Conduct damage anywhere. So that's not ideal. But we'll see. Elemental Burst. Sorry, 1.8. Condenses the power of Cryo into a spear and hurls it at enemies, dealing multiple instances of Cryo damage. Upon casting, the traveler consumes all Frost Glow, increasing this elemental burst damage if 8 stacks are consumed. The spear deals additional hits. Radiant Stellar Flare. Stellar Flare? Stellar Flare? Is that supposed to be Stellar Conduct? No, that's a different thing. So Flare means either of them. Okay. Radiant Stellar Flare, this elemental burst instead deals cryo damage that is considered the corresponding Stellar Flare reaction damage. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and I can't fucking read this because it goes too low. Base, okay, so base hits 3, additional hits on max Frost Glow 2. So it's 5 hits, and you get up to 8 stacks of the 1.8, right? And it's like 1.8 times 8 plus 36.8. This times 5, because 5 hits. And this times 1.81 for talent level 12. So this is like Chi-Chi Burst, basically. Okay, cool. That's fine, right? Chi-Chi's Burst is like, yeah, sure. A little bit worse than Chi-Chi Burst, but pretty close. Alright. Self-Honed Frost. Radiant Stellar Conduct. When Frigid Frost... So when the skill is active, the Traveler's normal charge and lunge attacks are converted to cryo damage that cannot be overridden. And their damage is increased by an amount equal to 80% of the Traveler's attack. Okay. And then Traveler gains EM based on their attack. Say the Flynn's passive. Cool. Additional talent. Layers of a foreign land. Drawing upon power gathered throughout the Traveler's journey, each element they have resonated with grants additional enhancements. I assume that's what we already know. Additionally, whenever nearby party members deal Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl reaction damage, the Traveler gains 1 stack of Frozen Blades that can occur every 2 seconds up to 3 stacks. At 3 Frozen Blade stacks, you can do a special charge attack. The special charge attack deals increased cryo damage with the bonus damage equal to 14% of the Traveler's attack. Grants the Traveler 2 Frost Glow. Can be performed once every 15 seconds. It doesn't get the 80% increase from the passive. And it's stellar damage. I hate what you need to know. Utility passive. Okay, when it's out, pulsar field after triggering Stellar Swirl. Okay, sure. Okay, so they have the Colomina type thing where they enable all the stellar reactions, but it's only 7% instead of 14. Cool. Constellations. C1. When the Traveler deals Stellar Flare reaction damage or restore energy, Okay, I guess. C2. After an ice crystal hits an enemy, the active character gains 60 elemental mastery. Additionally, if that character triggers a stellar reaction or deals stellar flare reaction damage, this effect instead grants 120 elemental mastery. What's the duration on the skill again? 12? That's like pretty much full uptime, right? C4 increases Frigid Froststar's duration by 25%. And that one is the... yeah, just the skill. Cool. And C6, when casting Burst, each Frost Glow stack consumed increases other party members' stellar reaction damage bonus by up to 40%. Okay. So it's 120 EM and 40% stellar damage. Well, you need to be on field? Wait, really? Oh. That might be a translation thing, though. I would expect it to be a translation thing, because like, this character doesn't even have on-field stellar damage. Burst, that's not on-field stellar damage. That's you press the button and then you swap out. That's not on-field. As with charge attack, yeah, but the charge attack is just something that you do once and then you swap out. There's a 15-second cooldown on it. I don't know. Whatever, Stellar Conduct is chopped, just play Stellar Swirl. True. Let's take a look at Odette. Elemental skill. Andante. Phantom Waltz. Performs a graceful dance, dealing AoE cryo damage and summoning her solo reflection. If Odette's own solo reflection is already on the field, it is resummoned instead, refreshing its duration. Solo reflection. A dancing reflection that alternates between feather step and wing step, periodically attacking nearby enemies with elegant movements, dealing AoE cryo damage. Additionally, while Odette's own solo reflection is nearby, her elemental skill Andante Phantom Waltz is replaced with the elemental skill Andante Finale at Dawn, allowing her to perform a duet that continuously deals AoE cryo damage to nearby enemies. When the duet ends, it deals one instance of AoE cryo damage that is considered Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl reaction damage. So she deploys something, and if you stay on field, her skill becomes something else that you can, like, spam if you want. Got it. Not spam, whatever. You click it once, it takes a while, whatever. Same thing, who cares? Solo Reflection. A mental projection that dances alongside... So, you're telling me she's Delulu. Like, that's not a real thing, it's a mental projection. Got it. That dances alongside Odette, which can be summoned by casting her elemental skill or elemental burst. It alternates between feather step and wing step. Okay, you've already said this. Only one solar reflection can exist at a time. Additionally, while her reflection is nearby, you get the... okay, one. The special elemental skill continuously deals AoE cryo damage to nearby enemies, and when the duet ends, deals one instance of AoE cryo damage that is considered Stellar Conduct. Wait. Earlier you said Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swirl, and now it's just Stellar Conduct. Whatever. During the duet, Odette can control the direction of her dance. Ooh. You can move left or right. That's crazy. When the duet ends, the final hit instead deals AoE cryo damage considered the corresponding stellar reactions. Wait, so is it by default Stellar Conduct? Even without the field? But if you do have the field, it becomes Stellar Conduct? Or Stellar Swirl? I don't know. I assume it's a translation thing, because there's no way. Additionally, after casting Andante Finale at Dawn, if Odette is in the Radiant Stellar Spark state during the remaining duration of Solar Reflection, both dance patterns of the Solar Reflection will also deal additional cryo damage corresponding to the stellar reactions. So, how many of these happen? Do we know? We don't. 5 plus 5. Do you have a source for that, or are you making that up? I'm gonna assume you're making that up. And like 203, 305, is that like 2 hits? Or is that like 2 different possible values for the 1 hit? 2040. Got it. One for... oh, that makes sense. Stellar Conduct is lower than Stellar Swirl. Likely because the Stellar Swirl doesn't have the multiplier that Stellar Conduct does. Right? Elemental Burst! Presto! A Dream of the Snow Swan. Performs a rapid dance, dealing multiple instances of AoE cryo damage, summons her solo reflection, and gains Dream of the Snow Swan, increasing Odette's Stellar Spark reaction damage. And this one does not deal stellar damage. These kits are so chopped, dude. Holy fuck. Dream of the Snow Swan reaction damage bonus 42. I wouldn't be surprised if this scales up with town levels, though. It's level 8. Oh, it is level... why is it level 8? Okay, constellations is cool and all, but what about the passives? Okay, there we go. The Chosen One's Spring Right. When Odette summons her solo reflection, she also gains 4 stacks of Brilliance. Each stack increases the character's Stellar Spark reaction damage by 15%, lasting until the solo reflection leaves the field or is resummoned. While she is off field, she loses 1 stack per second, transferring the corresponding number of stacks to all nearby party members. Oh, okay. So 60% stellar damage bonus for the team? That's pretty good. For every 100 attack above 1,000, her stellar spark reaction damage deals an additional 1.5% of its original damage. So this is a true multiplier. And at 3,000 attack, it's just times 1.3 for everything. Okay. That's not bad. Passive, she has the stellar field, and it's a 14% for both, actually, not 7. And that's it. So like she might be good or she might be bad. It just depends on how many hits these things have. This doesn't look like that good though. She's supposed to be a carry? No, she's supposed to be a support that stays on field for like 3 seconds instead of 1. Basically, it kind of looks like. Is her burst team-wide? No, her burst is only for herself. She's like Inefa. It depends on how many hits these have. Because, like, by default, what she actually gives is 60% team-wide for the thing, right? And, like, personal damage. Yeah, the 14% base as well, that's true. Oh, wait, that's sound level 1, right? Because the other one was sound level 8, so I got confused. Okay, that's sound level 1. So it's 203 at sound level 1. Which means it's going to be about 345 at talent level 9. And it's times 1.3 because of her passive. So it's like 450. Which is still less than a Chi-Chi burst. But like still. Is 3k attack realistic? Yeah, pretty much. Her burst doesn't look all that meaningful. So you don't have to build the R. And you go attack Goblet. So you can get attack from your weapon and from your Goblet. You're generally breaching that. This kind of looks like a Nicole situation. Where the real power of Odette is the fact that Odette is coming out with an artifact set that is fucking incredibly broken. But, like, maybe there's just a lot of hits for this. Even after the special skill, she still does continuous solar damage. Yeah, I know. It's the 27 and the 32 that alternate. But, like, we don't know how fast this hits. Right? I'll put this set on her. It doesn't matter who you put it on. Read Sig. Does Sig just so happen to tell us how often the skill hits? No. Got it. That was very useful. You put her on chat. Okay. Are you guys dumb? I think you guys are dumb, actually. I'm aware that she's not necessarily going to be the character that is wearing the support set. We are literally talking about her personal damage right now! I know! But she's coming out with the set. The set will be on the team. Her impact will be felt through the set partly. Whatever. Let's look at Alyosha. So, he is a polearm character. Perform... Okay, I don't know why I'm reading the normal attacks. Cool. Elemental skill. Ambush Thunderstrike. Draws upon a hunter's instinct. Tapping or holding the skill produces a different effect and applies hunting mark to enemy's hit. I'm sure it's gonna matter. Because then 4 actually does something. It applies hunter's mark to the enemy hit. Okay. Tap. Fires forward. Dealing AoE electro damage. Hold. You get to aim it. Wow. Okay, cool. Hunting Mark, a special effect applied to enemies by Alyosha. If Hunting Mark is applied to enemy already affected by it, it instead activates Hunting Mark, removes the mark. Grants all nearby party members Hunter's precision, increasing their attack for 15 seconds. It instead activates Hunting Mark, removes the mark. Does that mean that it doesn't activate it at all and it just removes it? So you basically have to apply the mark twice and the second one removes it. And you get the buff. Dude, sack polearm stonks. Holy. Attack bonus is 14%, which is complete garbage. I assume that goes up with talent levels, but probably not enough to be big. So there's probably something else somewhere. Elemental Burst, Hunter's Stand. Summons Alyosha's trusted companion, Tugarin, to fight alongside him, while briefly transforming the area ahead into the Thunder Hunting Ground. Continuously taunts nearby enemies. Ah, they're bringing back taunts. I'm so glad. Every 2 seconds, deal AoE electro damage. Tugarin, a loyal hunting hound trusted by Alyosha that can be summoned by casting Hunter's Stand. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm reading Hunter's Stand right now. I'm aware how you summon. Whatever. If enemies are nearby, every 2 seconds, Tiggerin rapidly moves to an enemy and bites it, dealing electro damage. So, like, is this supposed to be separate from this every 2 seconds deal AoE electro damage? Or are they just reading the exact same thing again? They're like saying the exact same thing again. I'm confused. I think it is separate. So it's 2 instances of electro every 2 seconds. Yeah? Yeah. And if the target is affected by hunting mark, this attack also activates on it. So you don't need to do the N4. You guys told me that the N4 mattered. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You lied to me. The damage is pretty pathetic, but it is what it is. It matters for Risley. Wait, is it gonna heal? Uh-oh. Shit, you're right. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I will say, though, if he heals, but they gave him a way to, like, not have to heal, that is kind of... That's kind of nice. Like, I like that. So, like, the applying Hunting Mark with a normal attack allows you to play him with Risley, which is kind of cool, right? What are you guys saying? Clue. Oh, no. Whenever Tiggerin attacks, it also restores HP to the active nearby party member equal to 120% of Alyosha's attack. Farewell to Winter Wheat and Fallen Leaves. Alyosha's elemental skill and elemental burst damage are increased based on his energy recharge. What the fuck is the point of that? The numbers on his abilities are very small. While inside the pulsar field, he enters the Radiant Stellar Conduct state. The 100% effect gain upon activating Hunting Mark additionally increases only one party members' Stellar Conduct damage by 25%. Okay. Why'd you guys tell me to keep reading? That's... What? Just don't press burst and you don't heal. What? Are you guys dumb? Go to cons. Oh, man. The cons don't say that either. Okay. Sorry. You guys are just baiting me. I have to realize that. C1. When nearby party members trigger an electro-related elemental reaction, Alyosha restores energy. Cool, I guess. C2 extends the duration of Hunter's stand by 6 seconds. Hunter's stand is the burst. Additionally, before each of Tiggerin's attacks, it applies Hunting Mark. Okay. Whenever Tiggerin attacks, it also restores HP to the nearby party member with the lowest HP%. Okay. And you can... C6, you can stack the effect. And if you have 2 stacks, you gain 100 EM. So that does mean that Risley wouldn't get the stacks, right? Because he can't get it. But he can get everything else. Yeah, it does look like a bit of a C6 merchant. Yeah, I can see that. Isn't plus 6 seconds on burst uptime kind of crazy? I mean, what's the point? The fuck does the burst even do? The burst doesn't do anything. The burst doesn't do shit. Yeah, it's just a little bit more hits, I guess. Burst gives attack % buff? No. You don't need to use the burst for that. But also, the buff lasts for 15 seconds. So, like, if you're still hitting the enemy and activating the thing for 14 seconds after you've cast the burst, that means that pressing burst gives you the buff for 29 seconds. So, like, what the fuck is the point of extending duration? Yeah, like, it's more... It lasts longer, so you get more stellar stacks, I guess. But that's it. You need to mark twice to activate the buff? Yeah, but you can mark with an N4. So if you don't want to use the burst, you don't have to. But, like, this is not about skipping the burst that we're talking about right now. We're talking about why increasing burst duration doesn't matter. Burst doesn't apply mark, only proc it? I don't think that's true. Oh, that is true. Yeah, at C2 it does. Okay, so I guess without C2, he doesn't actually have infinite duration by default. Okay. So basically, at C0, his buff duration is 15 seconds. At C2, it's 30 seconds. You can skip E with C2. You have to burst, so no, you can't skip E. You need the energy. You need the particles. You're not skipping E. Doesn't C6 double his buffs? Not exactly. One of his buffs is not tied to the talent itself. It's just 25% stellar damage. But almost, yeah. Because, like, it doubles the attack buff, but 100 EM isn't as good as the 25% stellar damage. Unless this stacks too. Oh, does it stack too? Oh shit, it stacks as well? Ah, man. Oh, that's a lot. Wait, let me get out the John Vodka sheet real quick. Was it here? Yeah, it was here. So, we have okay, well, what do we assume the 14 goes up to at talent level 12? It's 48 at talent 10. Are you sure? What's your source for that? Or are you just making that up? It's 28? 38, 25. Okay, you guys are all saying different numbers. 14 times 1.7. But the scaling on it won't necessarily be the same. Buffs don't scale the same way that motion value does with talent levels usually. Like, you look at Farina Burst, right? It's just plus 0.02 per talent level. Right? From talent level 1 to level 9, it more than triples. So, like, we don't know. Because some of them, it more than triples. Some of them, it's just, yeah. I just checked. What do you mean, I just checked? You just checked where? It's 2040. Let's say it's, like, about 25 at talent 10. Or 30. I don't know. Who cares? So at C6... Okay, why are there so many people saying it is 33.5 confidently? Like, you're aware you're making that number up. Why are you saying it as a fact confidently? Like, I don't understand. Oh, it's because 6-7. I see. I get it. That's a good one. Okay, yeah, let's say it's 25 at talent level 10. So it's like, maybe... Let's just say it's like 30 at talent level 13 or something. Right? So at C6, it would be 60%. That seems high. Let's say 25 at 13, whatever. EM, 100. No shred. No crit value. Stellar Conduct damage is 50. So it's pretty similar in power to if it was Idlua. A little bit better at 50% attack. He gets like 10k DPS? No the fuck he doesn't. What do you mean? No the fuck he doesn't. He has 1500 base attack. True. You from the set? Yeah, but you can get the set without getting him. So if we just want to look at the impact from him by itself, rather than the impact from his release, right? If we want to look at like how much damage he provides, not how much the teams are improving, we don't want to put this at. Or we'd have to put this in on both, and I don't have that in my baseline, so I can't be bothered. Okay, Stellar Swirl! When Animo comes into contact with Cryo, if certain conditions are met, it triggers a special Stellar Swirl reaction. This deals 1 instance of Animo damage to the target and creates a Polestar Wind Cluster Cryo. After a certain duration, the Wind Cluster explodes, dealing a single instance of large AoE cryo damage. Both instances of damage can crit. So, Stellar Swirl, when you trigger it, deals Animo damage. Interesting. Only one Pulsar Wind Cluster Cryo can exist within a certain area at a time. After Stellar Swirl is triggered nearby a certain number of times, the Wind Cluster will grow and evolve into a larger form, causing its explosion to deal greater AoE and higher cryo damage. If even more Stellar Swirl reactions are triggered, the Wind Cluster can detonate prematurely. Additionally, triggering Stellar Swirl grants nearby party members the Radiant Stellar Swirl effect. Obviously. Some characters can, through their own talents, directly deal Stellar Swirl reaction damage that can crit. And after the Polestar Wind Cluster Cryo explodes, it briefly grants nearby characters the ability to perform a high jump? I'm sorry, what? Holy. Ah, shit. I guess Nick won't be the only one who mains a washed plunge character, huh? Damn. I'm gonna have to join him. Marka gets plunge. I forgot about that. Oh, now that's pretty funny.